Hello, everyone. We'll give everyone a minute or two more before we get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I apologize. I'm kind of squinting a little bit. It's like sunshine in California, which we haven't had for a while. And I'm fortunate enough to be in Monterey at a seminar this week. So thanks for joining the Hub All Hands on Deck call. We will get started and hopefully have some great news for you all to get started with your Hub teams this year. Welcome everyone that was able to be on the call. If you want to let your Hub teams know, we are recording it. So if they want to listen to another recording or the next call, I believe Johanna is, help me out with the date and time. Thursday?
It is Thursday the 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, great. Okay, so I know this is an old cliche, but it is a marathon, not a sprint. We're starting our 5th year of the Hub, which to me, the time has just flown by. I have enjoyed working with each and every one of you and all of the Hub teams. It's just amazing to be on these calls and to listen to the thoughtful processes that you all have developed in order to get the content up and running. And it's looking great. We did have a little bit of a glitch when we changed to a new website, in that a lot of the content that was supposed to go up before the November meeting didn't make it because the new website was just starting. So we do have all of that content, and you will start seeing it in the very near future being placed on the new website. So we're excited about that. So please appreciate your patience with that. But we will start seeing that new content. Give it a little bit of time. I'd say maybe a week or two. Johanna, do you think? And then if you don't see your content that you prepared, please let us know. Do you think a week or two, couple weeks?
Yeah, I would say within 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. So yeah, if you're not seeing it, please just shoot me an email. We have new leadership. I'm not sure if Katie or Maria are on the call. Are you? Let's see. Not seeing them. Anyway, Ian and I are going to step aside after this year. We are mentoring Katie Wiggins and Maria Batista Durand. They are co-leaders this year, so they're learning the processes of the Hub. They'll be joining us on a lot of the calls and hopefully be transitioned next year as new Hub leaders. I think they'll serve probably a 2-year term, and so there'll be a selection of a new group of co-leaders that will replace Katie and Maria. And it's pretty intense to be one of the leads, so it takes a good couple of years to get acclimated to it, and we want to make sure that there's a nice transition. So we've decided to go with what the PTS leadership has recommended in terms of your tenure on a committee and have a 2-year service. So I think that's going to be great. They're super excited. They've got some wonderful ideas, and we're looking forward to having them join us. Hub team leads, if you're on the call, please assure that you've got participation from your individual hub teams and that people do want to come back for a 5th year. We're so excited that this has happened for 5 years, but we know the teams have done a lot of work. And if you're tired or obviously if you're on this call, we haven't worn you out yet. But we really would like to continue the participation. But if you feel like people aren't coming back to your hubs, let us know and we'll try to find some additional volunteers for you. Also, if you can work with Johanna to decide a cadence for your meetings, she can get these scheduled pretty soon. I would say we'd probably get some started in March timeframe, and Johanna can definitely help with that. So if you've got an idea in mind, if you want to continue the cadence from last year, if that worked for your teams, please let her know. We sent out an application for fellowships because our 3 fellows, JP, Natasha, and Corey, have done an amazing job for us over these past 5 years. But both JP and particularly Natasha are going on either in their fellowships or they're looking for real career work. And so they will not be joining us this year. Corey is going to join. He's still in his residency program and doing some research projects. And so he feels like he will still have time to help us. So we're going to make him kind of a fellowship lead since he's done the work for the past couple of years. And we sent out an application. We have 18 applications, guys, which is just wonderful for new fellows. And so we'll be perusing through those applications and making some decisions and choices. Because we have this many people, it's going to be, I hope, a lot easier to get your content up and running, reorganized, new ideas, new thoughts around it. So hopefully they'll bring some great new energy into the hub teams and you all will have some really good participation. But Johanna is closing the application process because we didn't realize we were going to get 18 people on board, but we're super excited about that. We did send emails out, I'd say a couple of months ago, to other organizations such as EAST, the Society of Trauma Nurses, and asked the organizations to place links to their website. And so we haven't gotten feedback yet. I imagine it was probably right around the holiday time. So maybe we should send that back out. Johanna, what do you feel about that?
Yeah, we actually did hear back from STN. They will be discussing it in their board meeting and getting back to us, but we'll check in with the others as well and reach out to a few more organizations.
Perfect. We know the hub's not perfect yet, like we don't have a lot of our newer content up there, but we feel like it's at a really good point into our 5th year that we can start disseminating information to other organizations. So I'm pretty sure they're all going to be on board, but we'll just need to follow back up with them now that it's the new year. There is some thoughts about developing some video podcasts, some new podcasts now that we're up and running with most of our content for the hubs. And we are just going to, ask for some more volunteers, particularly because we know you guys have done so much work to date. If you are interested in helping with these video podcasts, we really could use the help. But also let's try to recruit some new members that maybe haven't helped quite so much with the hub to see if they're interested in helping with the video podcast. We don't have a format of how to get this accomplished, but we set a goal that we will at least have 1 video podcast completed by the time that November meeting is set. And so we will be able to highlight it at that November meeting. So if you've got some content thinking about that would make a nice couple of minute to 5-minute podcast, please let us know. And we'll start making a list of content. And then move forward with getting these recorded. Corey is super interested in this. He's done some of it through his career, and so he will probably help us with this. We'll find some other leads to help with a video podcast. We have a lot of content on there. Some of the teams started 5 years ago, and so we feel like it's time to rinse, lather, and repeat. So we've done the rinse, we did the lather, now we're thinking of repeating the process. And so we'd like, if some of your content is a few years old, for you to take your teams and develop a system of looking to see if there's new best practices out there and new guidelines, and let's make some revisions to some of that older content. Johanna has a calendar. I believe Critical Care, which is my hub, is going to get started with this process. We do have some old content, and so our team will be the first one, I believe, starting in March, to look at that content and see if we need to replace it with some new content. And then she'll make sure the calendar invite is out to you guys in the next week or so that you can see which month you are to review your content. So let's get that part of it going. Again, we don't want to reinvent the wheel, but if there is important literature out there that we need to revise some of the content, it's time for us to start doing that. And we're going to put it on a every 2-year rotation. Waiting 5 years was probably, not the best idea, but we've all been so busy getting new content out there. So I feel like we can now put it on a kind of every couple of year rotation, that the new content can be sorted out with your teams. Want to give a huge thank you to Katie and Johanna. This work would not happen without them. They keep our teams super organized, answer a lot of great questions for us, and we're really grateful for the work that they've done. And just want to check in if you guys have any questions or any thoughts to add. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. Just wanted to make sure everybody got a good update of what's going on, so we can get some great work in this year. I'll just open it up to anyone that might have any questions or comments or thoughts. It has really been my pleasure to work with your groups and teams. This has been one of the highlights of my career. It is fabulous work, and I feel like it's going to be known internationally that we will be the experts for pediatric trauma. And I'm really grateful for all that you all have contributed to this work. I don't have anything else unless anybody else has any comments. Okay, well.
I just wanted to send a huge shout out from the 25 people on this call to Melanie, because without Melanie, this hub would never have taken off. She put in a ton of work, and admittedly, it's time for us to pass the torch, but it was Melanie that kept this going through the darkest of COVID, and I personally really appreciate it.
Ian, thank you. Thank you. It's just been a pleasure. These teams are amazing and just wonderful to work with. So it'll be nice to pass on the torch and get some great new ideas for Katie and Maria, and we'll just keep this going. Okay, exciting. You all take care and have a great rest of your day. And email us if you do have questions or concerns that you didn't want to bring up in the group. Thank you.
Thank you.